Welcome to another Petersburg By Night revamped production. The following is rated for mature audiences and may contain graphic themes that will be distressing to some viewers. As always, we recommend you ensure the safety and well-being of yourself and those around you at all times. Viewer discretion is advised.
Hello everyone and welcome to the Petersburg By Night Twitch channel where we play Petersburg By Night, a massive multiplayer tabletop role-playing game set in the world of darkness. We play Vampire the Masquerade, Hunter the Reckoning, and Werewolf the Apocalypse. My name is Nikki, also known as Crafty Mirage, and you can find me on all social media at Crafty Mirage, and I am one of the storytellers here at Petersburg By Night. Make sure to check out Petersburg By Night on all major social media platforms. We're on Twitter, also known as X, we're on TikTok, we're on Instagram, and we're on YouTube, and we're also on Spotify, YouTube podcast, iTunes, Apple Podcast, wherever you get your podcasting, we're there now. But you should check us out on our website, stpetersburgbynight.com, where we have our city map, storyteller profiles, and our one-of-a-kind threat meter, which is now at 33% as of the time that this session was recorded, so you got them to thank for that. If you aren't already a subscriber here on Twitch, you should go ahead and hit that follow button and catch up on our past episodes. And if you're interested in playing with us, come join our Discord server and be a part of our amazing community. Today we are playing Don't Get Caught, our Anarch Chronicle here on Petersburg By Night. Let's introduce our players.
Hello, I am Mango McSalsa, and I am playing Annalise, the very tired Tremere.
Hi, I'm Raza, playing Rex Elias, the Nosferatu.
It's been a little while. Is I, Valerie Monet, playing Valerie Monet, finally dressed back up, so, good moods.
I don't know, I kind of liked the Reptar t-shirt. Felt like
Everyone
that was a good...
Reptar.
Yeah, I thought it was nostalgic. Anyways, so last we left off, our coterie fought the wight that they had been tracking down in the Dune Eden barony, and were able to successfully, if not a little messily, torpor and take it in. But during that altercation, two of our tall ladies got a little hangry, got a little frenzy-ish, and kind of went at each other like two feral cats in Florida. The only way two feral cats in Florida can go at each other. Rex using some stealth and a little bit of that Nosferatu potential within him to be strong boy managed to stake both of the ladies, and they were all able to effectively leave without being seen by the kind that resided in the apartment building. They headed up to Alex's restaurant, where Annalise and Valerie were safely untorpid and fed their blood of choice by River, who brought a travel snack pack for Annalise and a to-go and a DoorDash order for Valerie. Alex went ahead and ghouled her maitre d' for the restaurant, and Rex barely held it together the entire time, chain smoking in a corner. The coterie then brought the ghoul and the dead body of the security guard that Rex ate to the coterie haven to learn from and dispose of. The body just chilling in the garage for the time being, and the white in the attic where it could be studied and potentially learned from. That was last week. This week, we'll start where we left off. Right as we ended last session, Valerie approached River and asked if he had time to speak. He looks at you and blinks. Did you need me to acquire some more food for you, Miss Monet?
No, that won't be necessary. I just wanted to have a chat. Could we talk while you drive? I think it would be best not to talk here or too openly.
Yeah, let me just grab my keys from the kitchen. I'll meet you by the car. So
I'll step outside.
You wait out there for a few moments. What's going through Valerie's mind in these few moments?
There's a large amount of hesitation, kind of concern, just worried about how am I going to broach this subject and what am I going to say? Kind of like just a large amount of hesitation and anxiety as they just kind of wait. They're tapping their foot as she looks around, making sure no one's watching or, tracking them.
So you wait a few moments, and after a few moments, River walks outside. He looks a little tense and is looking over his shoulder periodically as he approaches the car. And he goes around to your side first, opens the car door, and allows you in. And then he gets into, the driver's seat and pulls out from the parking space and starts driving. With no destination in mind right now, he's just going to circle the sponge docks until you give him a destination to start approaching. And he'll look at you in that moment. And, the Tremere just tried stealing my phone.
I figured this would happen sooner or later. So much for trusting what they had to say. Told me that that Rex would speak to me if they were going to do anything like that, or we don't want to talk to you about me, but I suppose that's not happening. We'll prepare something to make sure if they try something again that we can take them down, or at least a little bit of a collateral like that. But
he starts turning the car around and starts heading towards the direction of Walmart. In the meantime, I'm going to pick up a second phone. I don't trust having my regular phone in the house right now. Or on me, frankly.
Yeah, that's for the best. Once you, never mind. Just kind of like looks out the window for a few moments, kind of just thinking about to say this before just kind of I know this may be a little uncomfortable, but I know you never really told me about Gabriel, about things about him, about your connection. I know you're looking for him, but would you be okay with kind of sharing some of that?
You see him hesitate a little bit, and you see his hands clench the steering wheel just a little bit more. I met him at one of the nightclubs in Tampa. Way before I ever met you. It's closed now, but it was like this one place that they modeled after like a Russian Cold War nightclub. Forgot what it was called, but it's like one of the top clubs for the longest time. Anyways, ran into him there, and I don't know, I just kind of felt drawn to him, almost, but in hindsight, I probably figure that's because he was a toreador, and he was doing that thing toreadors do. But I thought it was just going to be a one-night thing, but I felt myself wanting to go back to him, and he kept seeking me out. Eventually, I became his ghoul. And I don't know. I might have just been the blood, but I haven't had his blood in years, and I still miss him. I wish he was still, he was honestly in the back seat right now. Not that I don't, enjoy being with you, Valerie, but it's not the same. I loved him, and he made me feel loved. I would do anything for him, and then one day he was just gone. And I had no idea what happened to him.
Kind of nodding while looking at him, just... What would you do? What would you do if we found him? Would you go with him? Would you stick around? At least help out some more?
I won't lie and say I wouldn't want to go back to him, because that would, again, be a lie. And I can't find it in myself to lie to you after everything we've been through. But I would at least stick it out until you were in a good spot and found someone who you feel could sufficiently replace me to look after you and to do what I do for you.
What if we never did find him, though? It seems like I'm worried that for you and what we have going on, that what if something happened to him, what your reaction would be, what you would do, you know? 'Cause I wouldn't be able to help you anymore, so wouldn't really be obligated to help me.
You're not obligated to help me to begin with. You are, frankly, just indulging me. I'm nothing but a slave to the kindred right now. I'm a slave. I know that you don't refer to me as such, but that's what I am, Valerie. I'm nothing but a servant to you. And if you were to decide that this search was over, I would have no way of stopping that. I would have no way of arguing against that. I am fully at your whim and pleasure. I am nothing but a body to do what needs to be done for you. You can kind of see, like... Actually, go ahead and give me a wits and insight.
I am great at these. Not
Totally.
really, but... Oh, where's my... There it is. Okay. Well, not bad. 2 successes.
With 2 successes, you can't really, like, pick up on the inner monologue, but you see little things. You see... When he's speaking right now, there's just, like, a deadpan tone to his voice. There's no light in his eyes. It's a very defeated but resigned posture. He's a man who understands his situation in life and understands that no matter what, it's this or death. And he's accepted that.
Kind of moment of silence, just kind of formulating something to say, or Valerie just, well, or at least to me, you aren't just a slave, a minion, someone to command around. You're someone I can genuinely trust, and that is worth more than anything in these nights, having someone you can genuinely trust. The rest, they may be useful, but I can't trust any of them. I can't rely on them for anything that really matters like I can with you, River. And you mean a lot to me. And you've been there when I really needed you to be there.
You show it too easily. He says that very suddenly. You show it too easily, and too many know. And as a result, you've made me a way to get back at you if needed. Agnes knows this. Your coterie knows this. Ian Farrow knows this. Sebastian de Leon knows this. I am another weakness of yours unless you start treating me the way most ghouls need to be treated. At least in public.
And I'm trying to be better at that. I just was so... It just felt like if I did that, it would just paint me as being what I was scared of at the time, just being another venture, being some tyrant, but I learned better from that. I know that I can't stop being a venture, that I'll always be this no matter what happens, but I at least can decide who I am and how I go about it. And that's why I want to make sure that at least the one that I can trust is treated right. And that's why this makes this kind of difficult. Let's talk in the back with Agnes, and a lot of stuff was shared. A lot of very alarming information, but I pushed and pushed to find out if she knew anything about Gabriel, and it's kind of like I like trying to looks away from River for a moment, just kind of like looking out the window for a second, thinking about this, and that's she's gonna look back and says, she told me that apparently when Marius was calling for someone to feed on, he was originally going to get me, but somehow using something, I don't know, using her pull or influence, she sent Gabriel instead of me. She says she swears she was telling the truth. I'm not sure if how honest she was being, if that was the full story, but I don't know. I'm sorry. It's just kind of like goes quiet. Just kind of not sure what to say. Just kind of seeing how he's processing this.
The first thing you notice when you tell him this information is the increase in speed of the car. Probably because you notice he gets like this far away, like he kind of like is processing what you're saying and is no longer paying attention to the road. Going 10 miles over, then 15 before.
Kind of
Yes, go ahead.
I was gonna like tap him on the arm and I'll just point, like if I see a parking lot like nearby, or like if it were like near like a park area, I'll kind of point over there just to park over, at least on the side of the street.
He kind of shakes himself out of it when you tap him and but doesn't process you gesturing off to the side, so he continues driving towards Walmart as intended. If she arranged to have him sent to Marius, then he's probably not even here anymore. Marius doesn't leave any alive.
From what we know, I'm not going to lie. I don't think the chance of him being around are high, but we don't know the full story. What happened, where he's been sent, what's going on with him. This is kind of leading to what another part happened. That Agnes finally told me the full story behind what my purpose was, what this whole thing was about, her plan with me. That she wants me to replace Marius. She and others are cooking a coup to try and overthrow him and put me in his place.
Do it. Do it. He's a tyrant. He's just gonna keep doing it. If you have any chance of getting rid of him, fucking do it. If not for Gabriel, if not for yourself, then for me.
See, Valerie just like looks away towards out the window. I know it's probably what I should do, but I'm scared. I don't know if I'm just going to become a puppet for Agnes and Bateman and all of them, or what if we fail and I am devoured?
If you
part
fail,
of whatever the hell.
the least you
is.
can do is reveal everyone who plotted against him. Get rid of everyone in one fell swoop. Agnes, Bateman, whoever the hell else is helping them.
We do have some good things. Their situation in Tampa is pretty terrible, apparently. See, Bateman appeared on TV, never happens, but that must mean that something pretty intense is going on in their area to really shake things up. Agnes hates Bateman, so she must be pretty desperate, or at least he has something over her.
Or she has
Or whatever,
something
yeah.
he needs.
We're not entirely helpless. It's a lot we can pull from. If their situation is rough, that means I can try and bargain for more, try and make sure that I have something, so I'm not just a puppet, and maybe I can figure out what happened to Gabriel, or if he's still around if I do go for this, if I will be in Tampa, and if we're especially going to be near Marius, maybe we'll have a chance. It's kind of Valerie will awkwardly look over and kind of tentatively puts a hand out and like kind of rest on his arm and just say, I'm sorry, River.
It's
I'm
not
really
your
sorry."
fault.
But if
If you
it
become
wasn't-
prince, you can dictate what happens. You would have the right of destruction. You could just get rid of her. No one could question it. You could redo the entire Primogen Council to your whim.
No, the reason I'm saying sorry is that if it wasn't for me and part I played here, he would have never been put in that situation to be sent to Marius to begin with.
We're all
And-
just pawns on a bigger board, Valerie. We have no control over who's moving the pieces. I know that. You knew that. Gabriel knew that. We're just playing one big game, and we don't know the outcome. It's just a matter of if you want to continue being a pawn or being one of the people moving the pieces.
Or you and bring her hand back and nod as you'll kind of stiffen up and just say, "Yeah, you're right. I hopefully next time we see Agnes, we can find out more about whatever she has planned. Did that guest, whoever you were with, treat you okay when we were talking? I know there was redhead, right? You and Mark were in there. That okay?
Yeah, she just played cards with us. I didn't recognize her and she didn't say who she was.
Do you know if she was breathing at all?
She was blushed. If she was kindred, she was blushed. It's hard to tell. I don't have those abilities to hear heartbeats.
That's just breathing wise. It's possible just a ghoul that was stationed, their house they're using, but we'll figure it out. I'm sorry that I delayed a little bit for letting you know. I was
Valerie,
not.
let's just drop it. And as he says that, you guys pull into the Walmart parking lot. And he pulls into a spot. I'm gonna go get a phone. So I have a second one. I'm gonna go get you one too. They were trying to track me. They're definitely already looking at your stuff. You can't trust them. Because they don't trust you.
Just nodding and kind of just recomposing themselves or herself after this very intimate or emotionally vulnerable moment, something that Valerie's not very used to. But I should keep that in mind. I already knew that things probably weren't going to be very good after coming back, and it was only a matter of time before something was done. So, I mean, they're kindred. Can you expect? You can only work towards the short term and can't trust anyone. Can't act trustworthy.
He nods and gets out of the car to go get the phones. About 10 minutes later, he returns. He's got the 2 prepaid, loaded up, all ready to go phones, and he hands you one. Do you text Aurelia?
I'm not going to text, I'll let Aurelia know this is the number I'm going to use, so I'm not going to text anything else. I'll ask if they still have what I gave them.
She sends a thumbs up emoji in response. And then a text back saying, I just learned about these. Aren't they cool?
Well, actually, a little smile will go over Valerie's face as she'll open the emojis and kind of not sure which ones to send. So she'll send a laughing face emoji and a thumbs up one, and send that and have a little kind of smile this is good.
But yeah, she'll text you back again. She'll send a response with words this time. But yeah, I have what you sent me. Do I need to deliver it?
Just text it. No, not yet. I'll also say make sure to disregard any messages from the previous number I used.
She'll send a thumbs up. And then she'll send another one with an eggplant, just being like, I get this one a lot from potential meals, and I don't understand what it means.
Just Valerie looking pretty confused, very confused, just and then responds back I've seen this before in something called Twitch. Apparently, it is something funny.
Why would it be wet though? They send this, and she sends the droplet emoji. So they send this with it too. What's a wet? What's funny about a wet eggplant?
And Valerie's gonna finally use slang and put IDK and send.
River sees you kind of coming back to a more jovial state and smiles slightly. I'll start heading back to the house, ma'am, if that's all right.
Just kind of turned the phone away for a second, oh yeah, yes, you can start heading back now. It's just make sure to be very on guard for whatever they try and do. I have something prepared in case they do something again.
We should continue using the previous phones as if nothing had happened, and keep these burners taped beneath the seat.
Yeah, I'm making sure to use the burners for anything important, and I'll just use these for contacting the coterie and anything else.
He nods and he starts heading back to the coterie haven. Our next scene for the evening is Annalise. Annalise, you are calling your sire back in New York.
Yeah.
Are you going? Yes, go ahead.
Before I call Emmanuel, I would have texted Rex. Go talk to your girl. River just caught me with his phone. And then I will, despite not having to breathe, just go and pick up my phone and stare at it for a hot minute before pulling up Emmanuel's contact number and hitting send, or hitting dial.
Are you going to try to encrypt the line so that way you can talk about sensitive topics?
Yes.
Go ahead and roll me a intelligence and technology to secure the line.
Would you like me to rouse?
Yes, please.
Okay, so much fun.
Got distracted by like a car suddenly like screeching tires.
Cool. Hunger unchanged, but I am still a little bit hangry. Cool. Intelligence and technology. Messy critical for 6 successes.
Messy crit for 6 successes. So you're just dialing a phone number. I'm just gonna say you're so focused that you just get a point hungrier.
Cool. Hangry again. That's fine. It's all good.
It's all good.
It's fine. What could go wrong?
Yeah, it's fine. Or you could, I'll give you a choice. You could either go up hunger or take the paranoia compulsion.
I'll take the hunger. I'm so tired of being paranoid.
Okay. It's a paranoia situation. Everything like so all the research and investigation you're doing. But yes, okay. So you dial the number, and after a couple of rings, there's an answer. Annalise? Is that you?
Hey, Professor. How you doing?
I'm doing fine. How are you? I didn't expect to hear from you for a while.
Well, I can't very well prove my point if I'm not talking to you, can I?
It's fair. Is that why you're calling, to prove your point?
I mean, partially, but also I have some questions that I think you might have answers to, and there's nobody you can trust like family, right?
Well, in our family, that's a loaded question, but sure.
All right, there's nobody you can trust like our particular branch of our family as far as dealing with these other fuckers.
Well, at the very least, in our particular branch of family, we know not to rat each other out. So, what can I help? What can I help you with, Annalise?
To start with, do you have any? Have you heard anything about the other branch of the family in the St. Pete and Tampa Bay area, Florida? I don't think management has changed much in the last few decades.
I know that there is a substantial Tremere presence in... Wait, you encrypted the line, right?
Of course.
I know. I know you generally do, but I should never assume. There is a general strong Tremere presence in that area. From what I understand, the Tremere played a significant role in Isabel de Navarra's praxis and exodus from Tampa when she took the peninsula of St. Petersburg away from Marius. And I know that Clearwater has a chantry. I'm just not I'm not 100% sure on the location of it.
Okay. So did Marius not manage to hang on to any Tremere in Tampa, or?
He hung on to some Tremere. There was a schism within the chantry itself, but a good amount. It was a split. They basically, from what I understand, the main chantry before the Exodus was in Clearwater, so on the peninsula side. And whatever Tremere didn't want to stick around with Isabel went over to Tampa. I have no idea where their chantry is.
Gotcha. No fight like a family fight. So, back in the 90s, what was the situation like in New York with the Masquerade, the embracing, all of that shit? Was it still regulated like it is now, or was it a little more Wild West?
New York in the 90s was being held by the Sabbat.
Oh, fuck.
Yeah.
Okay.
There was a full-on sect war here in the 90s.
Okay.
Everyone was at war. That's why the Tremere here have the chantry of the 5 boroughs. They couldn't keep one chantry. They had to constantly be moving to protect all of our things from the Sabbat.
Yeah. Fucking Sabbat. Did you ever encounter or hear the name of someone called Delilah Smith?
No. Why do you ask?
Because we have some bitch down here named Delilah Smith that went missing in New York in the 90s that's churning out whites like she's a fucking Christmas elf at Santa's workshop. She flipped one out in a month.
That's unheard of, even for shovelheads.
Well, she fucking did it. The coterie I'm working with now took that one out, and we just captured a second one that she flipped out in a similar time frame.
What coterie is she? What clan is she in?
The one that we caught came back as caitiff when I tested it.
Huh. I don't know a Delilah Smith, but there was a rumor back in the 90s.
Okay.
There were some Sabbat who were using whites as foot soldiers during these territory battles. Easy way to do it. Huge masquerade breach too. If they were going to lose, they were going to fucking take down all kindred with them. But the rumor was that there was some panders. That's what the caitiff were known as in the Sabbat. That had the ability to turn humans into whites just by killing them with their kiss. I don't have any evidence to suggest it, but that's just what we heard.
I mean, I fucking do. We've got more than 20 dead bodies down here. And that's not including the 2 that we've caught so far that this chick it turned at least one of. The first fucking white they caught, apparently some Bruja asshole destroyed, because he lost his temper. And, this one we managed to catch. Had to get into a scuffle with the fucking Ventru I'm working with, but we got it in anyway. And I mean, this fucker went missing 4 weeks ago. Was reported missing 3 weeks ago, and was on the loose and killing shit within weeks.
Then there might be something to this rumor. We didn't the Sabbat may be gone according to the Camarilla and the Anarchs as a whole, but no organization like that truly stays dead.
Yeah.
There's going to be little splinter cells of those who still firmly hold the belief that they're the Sword of Cain and they're here to take over. Maybe one of them ended up down there.
Apparently so, because it tracks. This chick went missing in the 90s up in New York. She's down here. She's flipping whites out like the fucking pancakes. And, starting to take this shit personal. I'm real irritated. It's been a fucking week.
The 90s is also when the war was coming to a close. It was those were the final years of the war. She might have gotten embraced pretty... I'm not trying to defend her, but playing devil's advocate, she might not even know what she's doing.
Well, and that's all well and good, but she's making a fucking problem for me, and you know I don't like messes.
Then clean it up, Annalise.
That's what I'm working on. Also, you should see the island of fucking misfit toys I'm running around with down here. This shit's wild.
Well, what's the situation? All we hear from that area across the country is that it's a dumpster fire. Quite literally, they had one in the actual paper written at one point. An actual dumpster fire.
It's Florida. Of course it's a dumpster fire.
No, not just Florida. That specific area you're in, St. Petersburg and Pinellas County, are a dumpster fire.
Yeah, but what better place to start knocking people on their asses than a place that they're already fucked over? So we got a Toreador that has no finesse. We have a Ventru with no self-confidence or fucking backbone. And we have a Nos that knows fucking nothing.
A Nos that knows nothing?
He's a year old, and his sire is a deadbeat dad at best.
A Nos not knowing anything is as unfounded as an ugly Toreador.
Yeah, well, the Toreador's personality is pretty ugly, so I'm not shocked.
What Toreador doesn't have an ugly personality?
I mean, you're not wrong, but... Yeah, and then they got me, the most straightforward Tremere they're ever gonna fucking meet, so I am queen of the island of misfit toys.
Be careful down there.
I'm trying to. So far so good, but man, this... How would you handle this? The Ventru is a runaway cam that got yanked back to Tampa for however long, I don't know, like maybe a month or something, and then somehow managed to escape, and now she's back with us and acting like nothing's wrong, and I am beyond ready to just stake her and throw her in the garage.
Well, if you stake her and throw her in the garage, you don't get anything out of that. You don't learn anything from that. And what do the Tremere do? We learn.
I know. But I'm annoyed, and you know I'm stubborn.
Yeah, I understand that, Annalise, but if you don't collect the data, you don't get the full picture. If you act rashly, you make a mess. And you don't like messes, or did you not just say that?
I know you're right, but it's still annoying to admit. You just don't... Stop rubbing my nose in it, I'm not a dog.
Things aren't good in Tampa right now, from what I understand. I don't know the full picture, but there's a lot of movement down there that kind of reads into some political instability. I'd avoid getting involved as much as possible, just because while I don't know much about the Tampa cam, I do know one thing, and that's that they have a Bruja named Bloody Mary who can literally take on Geru by herself.
Oh, fuck.
So, ideally, anything involving the Tampa cam, you stay the fuck away from.
Noted.
St. Pete cam, from what I hear, aren't doing too good either.
Really?
Rumor around the Chantries from what information I've been able to gather, is that they let the Cyclopses back in.
They let the what back in?
The Soul Stealers are back, apparently. They've come
Oh,
out
these
of
motherfuckers.
They've come out of hiding, and apparently they are there. So
Interesting.
I don't know. If you find one, maybe keep it in cold storage and use it as leverage in case you get in trouble with their chantry. Use it as a way to buy your own life.
This is true. That's some wild shit. Thanks for the heads up.
Yeah, I
I
expect.
don't know what the fuck are they doing letting those assholes back in? That's
No idea, but I anticipate that they might get a visit from the Ivory Tower at some point. I don't know. Regardless, stay the fuck away from that situation too. Just stick to Anarch business. It's generally safer and a lot quieter than whatever the fuck the Cam have going on.
yeah. Clowns to the left of me and Jokers to the right. And here I am stuck in the middle with these assholes.
Be careful, please.
Always. Thank you for the information and for taking my call. I know we had a kerfluffle when I left, but I still care.
What's a sire and a childer's relationship if it doesn't have a couple of spats between the years?
Probably boring as fuck, I would imagine. All right. Well, thank you.
I'll see what more I can look up around this rumor from the 90s. If I turn up anything else, I'll let you know.
It's appreciated. I will try to dodge the shit fire and dumpster fire on either side of myself and keep walking the line.
Understood.
Thank you, Emmanuel. Have a good night.
And you as well. You hear the line click as he hangs up. What's going through your mind now I think the call is over?
Well, if I was still alive, I'd probably be a little bit shaky because that call went way better than I expected. I was expecting to get way more chewed out than that, but I think I surprised him enough with the call that he forgot to lecture me. Fucking Sabat, fucking Salubri, fucking Camarilla. I'm so tired. I'm not supposed to be tired. Why am I tired?
Because ag will
got-
power damage.
Hell yeah. I don't like feeling like a fucking unguarded cupcake out here. This sucks. And not in a fun way. I think she's just processing it. I think that Annalise is a little bit annoyed and a little bit like, of course it's fucking Sabat and Caitiffs with evil superpowers, because what the fuck else would it be? And now there's Salubri in the mix, and those things are freaking monsters too, and Annalise is only like about to be 3 as a kindred, but she feels fucking old. And she'll start to put little notes and things on her corkboard map and start doing that crazy guy with the red string connecting shit, and wait for the rest of the coterie to show up.
All right. And we move into our final scene before break with Rex.
Hey, how you doing?
Rex, it's been a crazy week. The craziest part of it was less than 4-hour span. And What's going through your mind right now after all of the shit?
Well, Rex is particularly nervous about Valerie. Something's up with her. Even if he couldn't detect it directly, his confrontation with her last week didn't pan out like he expected Valerie to normally act, how Valerie would normally react to things, which is why he was so easy to tell Annalise to start tracking without telling Valerie. He's been trying to think up new ways to get what he needs done, as well. So there's a lot going on, and he needs to hunker down and focus if he's going to get what he wants done, basically.
Okay. Well, there's always nothing like falling back into what you know and familiar habits to kind of calm your mind and figure out next steps. You've been very focused on acquiring acquiring resources and allies to help the forced transition of power in taking Dune Eden when the time comes. Part of maintaining and gaining those allies' influence and resources is checking up on them. And you have put a rather young but formidable individual in charge of the goings-on you have in Dune Eden. So, tonight you receive a text message from Sophia, your new face, as it were, for your gang. And she texts you and says, "Hey, we got a problem down south."
I'll just throw a question mark.
She sends you a call this time.
Rex will pick up. What's going on?
Well, it's been a pretty shitty night, Rex. I gotta tell you that. So, you know how you introduced me to fudge and cheese?
Mm-hmm.
I sent the guys out, like normal, to wheel them and deal them. As usual, put some pressure on the streets, kind of force others out. Tonight, someone decided to push back.
Okay.
Cheese is dead. He got stabbed. We tried getting him somewhere, but he bled out before we could get him some help.
Fuck.
But now we don't know what to do with the body, man.
I'm gonna send you an address. It's gonna be a bit of a drive, but nothing too crazy.
There's something else.
Mm-hmm.
We can't find Fudge.
Okay. Were they together?
No, they weren't together. But when I called him, I called everyone back after the altercation just to get numbers back together and regroup, come up with a strategy to push back. He didn't respond. And we can't find him.
Okay. Fuck. Look. Just get Cheese's body to me. And I'll try to figure something out. Don't worry about it too much. If any of the guys ask about it, just tell them that you'll handle it. And that they should just focus on their jobs. If they do get too scared, if they do get a little wishy-washy about it, tell them to lie low for a bit. And I guess if they really want to push product, I'll pay them a little bit extra for, I don't know, hazard costs.
I do got some good news, though. We got one.
Mm-hmm.
We got one of them, and he's alive. Do you want me to bring him do you want me to bring him too? We had to knock his ass out, but we should be able to wake him up.
Yeah, bring him to the same place. I've got a thing in the attic.
Okay.
Rex is going to send his Haven address, not the coterie Haven, his Haven.
Okay. We're gonna drive over now. We're coming in one of the SUVs, so don't be alarmed when it pulls up.
You got it.
Are you at your Haven tonight?
Rex at the moment probably would be, yeah.
Okay. So, it's about 10 minutes you wait. They drove fast. And the SUV pulls up. Sophia gets out. Do you want to describe what Sophia looks like to the audience, since this is the first time they'll be encountering her?
So, Sophia is my new retainer, after losing our dear friend Nate. So you wouldn't think that she would be the leader of a gang by just looking at her. She is a rather short girl, but she's also a bigger girl. Hispanic, so about 5 even, probably, if not, maybe a little taller than that, I'm not sure. She's definitely of a darker complexion, and she has dyed her hair blue, and occasionally she'll also be wearing hoodies pretty on the regular. But she knows what she's doing. She's very versed on the business side of things. And she's scary enough when she gets mad that the other guys are willing to listen to her, even with her own not so intimidating demeanor otherwise.
Yep. Yeah, so she gets out of the car. She's got 2 of the guys with her, and they've made sure to pull the car as close, reverse the car as close to the door as possible. And one of the guys she's brought with her is like this big, bulky dude. You can see that he's got a couple of contusions on his temple, indicating that he had been involved in this scrap. And he's got blood. He's got some dried blood on his hands, some on his shirt. He doesn't look like he's got a lot of injuries, other than like the contusion and then some busted, his bruising and cuts on his knuckles from where he was beating on people. But you see him open the car door and start pulling out the knocked out individual that appears to be, it's just some generic Caucasian looking kid wearing a beanie and a band t-shirt that for the Grateful Dead on it, and just some overtly baggy jeans that are probably a few sizes too large on him, that he's got cinched up with a belt, and some very nice sneakers that are now spattered in blood. You can see that his nose is completely busted and broken. There's blood just covering the entire bottom half of his face. And And Sophia's guy is like bringing him in, like pulling him out of the car. Where do you want me to put him?
I've already put down the ladder for the attic. You're gonna drag his ass up there. You'll see a little, let's call it a dog kennel. You throw his ass in there.
You want me to tie him up too?
Yeah.
All right. He's gonna start dragging him in. Sophia and her other associate, this guy appears to be a Latino man, late 20s. He wearing just regular clothing, regular shirt, regular jeans. He also looks like he was involved in the scrap. Has some injuries, but not severe enough to warrant medical attention. He's probably just gonna put some Bactine on it, call it a day.
Is this the first time these people have seen me?
This is the first time they've seen you. So they probably got a talk from Sophia that they're not questioning anything. They're just doing as she says.
Okay.
But you see him open the back of the SUV, and there's a body in the back that's covered with a tarp right now.
Bring him inside. Lay him on the couch thing.
Yeah, so you see him pull the sheet off. Cheese is... If it weren't for all the blood that's on his shirt right now, literally soaked through his shirt, his entire shirt, you would think he was sleeping. It's the most peaceful you've ever seen him. He does have some bruising on his face from where he clearly took a couple of punches. But other than that, he's very pale. Honestly, he's as pale as a Kindred would be. And as they move him out of the vehicle, Sophia helping, arm just falls limp as they carry him. And they bring him over to the couch and lay him on it, resting his arms across his chest. What's going through Rex's mind as he's seeing Cheese in this state?
Rex is mostly like trying not to like acknowledge the very scene in front of him. He's more remembering like everything about Cheese. So he's trying to like think more about who Cheese was than seeing the corpse in front of him. He's thinking about like him helping infiltrate that party, the robbery that they did that night, just all the times that they've hung out, done some lines, drank some booze, smoked some weed, all the times that they just convened and did talked drug dealer shit. And even remembering that dumb party where Cheese got his name, where he snorted that line of Parmesan. That was funny as shit. But then he opens his eyes once more, seeing the cold, dead corpse of his friend long from this world. Can't help him now. Probably can't even embrace him if he wanted to. Doesn't even know how to do that if he could. But Rex figures that what's probably best is to get it disposed of by Annalise, which hurts him to think about, but that's probably the best course of action.
Sophia looks down at you as you're I imagine you're kind of like just sitting on the coffee table, just looking at Cheese right now.
Mm-hmm, definitely.
Sophia kind of stands over your shoulder, looks at you. Does he got any family that you want us to send something to?
I think he had some family in, I think he had some family in Miami. I forget. I don't know where they are. I'll check his phone. I'm sure he's got it on him. Rex will get up and approach the body and just rifle through his jacket, maybe his pockets, hopefully get whatever he can out of there.
But yeah, you find his phone easily enough. There is some blood smear on the screen as you pull it out. It's got one of those biometric fingerprint locks, but you're easily able to just use his own finger to get access into it.
Shit. Rex will flip through it. Hopefully he can find some like family information. Even if it's just phone numbers, that's enough to help. I'll send you the details later. It's not super important. As for asshole up there, I'll deal with him.
In fact, as you mentioned asshole up there, the guy that took him upstairs, he comes down the attic ladder. He's tied up and in the cage. He's starting to wake up. And I also found all of this shit in his pockets, and he pulls out a couple of he pulls out several baggies and tosses them on the table. Go ahead and give me an intelligence, and streetwise you can use your drug specialty.
I almost wasn't even gonna ask. I'm just I just had to die. Oh, and as I'm in the middle of this, I thought of the worst thing to say. My God, somebody's cut the cheese.
Boo.
I know I'm terrible. You just said he was stabbed, and I'm like, oh God, no, why? Okay. It was in Streetwise?
Yeah. I rolled for which one it was gonna be. I'm just like, it's either gonna be cheese or fudge. I rolled, and it was gonna be a high or a low roll. I rolled low, so it was cheese.
It's 4 successes.
4 successes. You look over all of the baggies, and you realize that these are pharmaceutical drugs. These are not, this isn't cocaine, this isn't marijuana, this isn't like ecstasy or anything like that. These are straight up pharmaceuticals from a hospital.
Are they in
These are prescription
pill
medication.
bottles or just bags?
No, they're loose pills they're just loose pills, but they are hospital grade prescription drugs. The only place you can get them is from pharmacies or from the hospitals themselves.
I'm gonna go ahead. I think I'm gonna go ahead and just pocket them. Keep them in wraps.
Sophia will look at you. I can take the guys back out to the streets and make them keep running, and she looks at Cheese, out of respect for the dead, we could take the rest of the night off.
Yeah. Take a night. Like I said, if the guys feel scared, and they still are willing to run, give them a little bit of a pay raise. I can eat to my profits a little bit. It's not a big deal.
Real talk, Rex. They're more pissed than scared.
That's fair. Yeah.
They cut down one of ours, and well, we got one of them upstairs, but
yeah, I'll take care of it.
We kind of want the guys kind of want maybe 2 for a BOGO deal.
Yeah. I'll reach out to you by week's end about that. We'll see what we can do.
All right, boys, let's go. And she'll start heading on out. The guys follow, close the door behind them, and you hear the car pull away. You do hear some movement upstairs, and some groaning. It's not thick. The ceiling between the attic and where your first floor is.
Rex is going to keep staring at Cheese for a little bit before going into Cheese's phone, changing the password to something he knows, just so that he can get back into it without the fingerprint again.
Easy enough.
And then he is going to head upstairs if you have time.
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
You head upstairs to the attic, and you see the guy. He's got duct tape over his mouth. He's been basically hogtied in the most uncomfortable position possible. Like, you can tell that Sophia's guy purposely put him in a position to cause him extreme discomfort to his body while he's when he wakes up, and he's starting to feel it.
Wow, I was not expecting this.
He's just like looking around bleary-eyed. He's got his mouth taped up, and then he looks at you like confused, blinking, and then like staring at you, seeing like, and just like recoiling a little bit. Like, he's very confused and disoriented right now. Doesn't know what the fuck's going on.
Rex is going to take out his switch and open it just to be a little intimidating with it.
Go ahead and give me a charisma and intimidation. Your ugliness gives you 2 dice. Oh, wait, no, 1 dice. Is it 1 dot of ugliness or 2 dots? Are you ugly or repulsive?
I'm repulsive.
So
That's
it's
what
2 dice.
You said charisma and
It's charisma and intimidation plus 2 for your repulsiveness.
four successes with potential brutal failure.
4 successes is enough. The guy, you can see him like tense up and still a little bit in the cage as he sees you pull out the knife, and he just starts whimpering a little bit.
Don't worry, buddy. If you make this easy, you won't have to get hurt. Yet, maybe. I'll think about it. Now. So, what'd you do? Where were you when shit went down?
He's not going to own time yet.
Did you hurt my buddy downstairs? Did you hurt my guys? Were you just a pawn?
He is just whimpering through the tape throughout this whole thing, unable to actually physically answer.
Right. Rex doesn't expect him to yet. He'll make sure of that and he'll let him go in a second. He's just being scary.
Theatrical about it.
Definitely.
Or are you just a pawn, just some shitty little kid drug runner bullshit? I know, I've been in your position before. But I'm king around here, and I'm looking at your king, and we're gonna play a nice little game of chess.
He's sweating now. And like is now starting to struggle some more against the duct tape. And like shifting to the back of the cage as much as possible. Even though there's not really much room.
Rex is going to come back around, and he is going to lean up to the cage.
Now, let's get you talking.
He's going to slither his knife, and he's going to slightly cut a little bit of the duct tape.
Give me a dexterity and melee just to see if you are able to cleanly do it without cutting him.
You got it. I mostly just don't want him to bite my finger.
He's got duct tape on his face. He's not going to be able to bite anyone. He's scared of you, too.
I'll take the 2 successes.
2 successes. With 2 successes, you slice into it, but you kind of nick his lip a little bit, like right here, like in the part that's gonna be like the most uncomfortable. And but like you do it enough that like it's still kind of taped together, but he's able to like get sound out now. He's somewhat audible.
Oop, got you, little bear. Sorry about that.
He's just like starts pleading like, man, look, I don't know what the fuck's going on, man. I didn't do shit. It's all, I want a lawyer. I don't fucking know, man. Something. Please just don't fucking hurt me.
Unfortunately, you don't have rights in this establishment. Yeah, look, Again, I won't have to hurt you any more than I've already did. That was an accident. Again, sorry about that. I won't have to hurt you anymore if you just talk to me. I'm just your good pal, Mr. Elias.
I don't know what, I don't even know where the fuck I am. I don't know who you are. I don't know what the fuck's going on. All I know is I got some guy, like, we got, like, my buddy just jumped some guy, and then, like, I ended up in a fucking brawl, and next thing I know, I'm in a fucking cage with, like, tied up like a fucking BDSM flick.
Yeah, well, guess who you jumped? The wrong fucking person.
I don't know. I'm sorry, man. I just fucking deal drugs for my guy.
Alright. Who's your guy?
His name's Antonio. He works for some bitch that sells him pharmaceuticals.
Okay, well, you know a last name, street name, anything.
For Antonio? I don't know, they call him Tony.
Yeah, no, I don't know your fucking tone. So, great, fun. So, no last name, no nothing. Just your buddy Tony.
Tony Rivera. I think that's his
Yeah.
last. It's either Rivera or Riera. One of the two. I don't know him that well. I just started dealing for him like a month ago.
Okay, only a month ago. Well, no wonder you got cut. Well, who's your friend? You said your friend jumped him. So who's your friend?
Tony.
Yeah, so you take from Tony, you jump with Tony.
No, Tony.
Is that the only?
Tony gets the shit from someone else. Some bitch.
Okay, and Tony's your only point of contact. Do you have any other friends?
Whoever's with Tony doesn't swing with the, like, Tony's management, he bounces from crew to crew. Tonight he was with our crew. Like, we got we had a couple of other guys with us tonight. Had Dewey with us and Raphael.
Oh, I guess I should ask, what's your name?
My name? Do I have to tell you, man? Can't we just forget, like we ever met if I just give you what you want to know? And then we can just, like, and then you just never reach out to me again, please? Listen, I'm not attached to these people. I've known them a fucking month. They were just paying me better than Walmart did.
Straight from Walmart.
Yeah, they pay shit.
But yeah, it's fucking Walmart, I would imagine.
I got fucking
Okay.
I got fucking alimony to pay. Child support.
Look, just tell me the name, and I won't have to cut you further. You can go ahead and live your life. I won't track you down if I have no reason to.
Okay, Antonio Rivera or Riera, he's management, works for some bitch. I don't know her name. She's just this tiny looking woman with black hair, and she was like dressed in 50s gear.
I know her. Don't worry about it. Keep going.
And then there was Dewey and what's his face? What did I just
Raphael.
Raphael, thank you. That's it. I don't know their last names.
Okay.
They deal
Say crew to crew.
They deal pharma down in Dunedin. They mostly deal to college students.
Okay. Where do you all meet to get these drugs?
One of the nightclubs. Sometimes we go to. Generally, we meet up in the asylum parking lot. Sometimes we go to that De Noche place. We just generally meet up in one of those nightclub areas where, like, it's not going to raise too many eyebrows if people are congregating in the parking lot at night.
Well, now I know who to call. Hopefully she'll be amicable. Let's see what else to tell you. So, what kind of stuff you deal? Just pharmaceuticals? You don't even know. What's your pitch? Come on, man. It can't just be anything.
I mean, I go into like the nightclubs that like college students generally like to go to, those hipster joints, and I just like, sometimes they want something that'll help them get through finals week. Right now, that's a huge seller right now, the pills that'll get them through finals.
Yeah, Vyvanse, Focalin, ADHD pills.
Yeah, that's my main, like the big seller right now.
Yeah. I see it. I hear you.
We go into the nightclubs, we wear these these glow in the dark slap wristbands.
Slap wrists, glow in the dark.
You're gonna let me go though, right, man? Like
We'll see.
They'd kill me for telling you this shit.
Yeah, they probably would. Look. Anything special about Antonio I should know? Anything interesting about him?
Not really. He's just some asshole who has a hard-on for that black-haired chick.
Hard on for yeah, I think I know exactly what he is. All right.
He's got anemia.
Yeah, he does. I can tell you that much.
Are you talking about some weird kink thing, Matt? Like, I don't like that I'm already in some BDSM tie-up pose right now. Are you guys, like, do street gigs, like, do kinky shit? Because I didn't sign up for that.
Well, I don't even know who that guy was that tied you up. So if he is, that's on him. He did a damn good job, though.
I'm extremely uncomfortable.
Well, you're gonna stay that way for a little bit.
God damn it.
And do you remember the last time you got dealt? What last time they sent you some shit? Was
tonight, Antonio said, Tony, he management comes whenever we're getting a resupply. We all met up in the parking lot tonight, and then Tony came with our crew to deal in one of the nightclubs.
For disclosure's sake, tonight is what date?
Hang on, let me pull up a calendar. It's a couple of days after, a few days after the last session, so let's say it's the 17th, Friday night.
all right. You said that there's multiple groups. Do you know how many?
Tonight, like, 4 groups showed up. Like, no group has more than 3 guys in them. Sometimes 4. Tonight was a weird exception with Tony.
Okay. All right. Well,
Did my guys strip this dude before they tied him up?
Yeah, they got, so like it had mostly like the baggies full of the pills, and then his phone also.
Okay, cool.
And he did have a wad of cash on him as well.
okay. Well, I'm gonna keep all your stuff. So, fortunately, you're gonna have to report your little phone stolen.
Fuck it, that's fine. Fucking have it. It was stolen anyway. I'm assuming I got it for free.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna make some calls, so I'll see you later.
And Rex is just going to walk downstairs.
Yo, man, what's the bathroom situation? Come on,
Fucking
man!
Fucking piss yourself.
You just start hearing the cage rattling as this guy just struggling more and more desperately.
Rex is going to go downstairs and he is going to call Annalise. Well, not call. We'll go ahead and say text. Got one dead. Got one alive. Need transport.
Sorry, I heard my cat doing something. I thought she was puking. But yeah, you send out the text message. Annalise will receive it, and I think right here is a good point to go to break. Thank you so much for watching. Don't get caught so far. We will be back in about 5 minutes. Until then, stretch your legs, get some water, use the bathroom, and we will see you here shortly. And welcome back. So, our coterie members went about their time going doing things, getting errands done, making some phone calls, having some hard conversations, saying goodbye to a friend. And now we reconvene. So Rex, you and Annalise would have probably moved Cheese's body, I'm assuming, or how would you guys go about doing that?
Annalise, how much space would you say that the trunk has?
Well, it's a station wagon, so if I fold down the back seat, you could probably put like quite a bit of shit back there, and it's got the little like rolly top thing that covers what's in the back seat from people walking by, so we could fit a body and a dog kennel back there, probably, I would say.
Well, we're gonna fit the dog kennel back there, and we're gonna have the body sit up front, or not front, but into an actual chair.
That's fucking creepy, but okay. I don't think I ever met Cheese.
I think you did.
Annalise
I never met any of
Cheese
your.
or Fudge.
Shame.
She's met them, just post-mortem.
Well, I guess you won't be Fudge.
I imagine I walk up and Rex goes, "This is Cheese," and I go, "That is a body."
What kind?
Let's forget about it. Yeah, so we guess we just load it up and start heading over.
Okay.
The guy fully conscious still back. I mean, I guess I'd ask Annalise if she could bring in like a bag or something to throw over this dude's head just before we head in there, so that he doesn't know where I am at or what my house looks like.
I'm gonna ask what kind of bag.
I don't know, like, hell, I could just throw a book bag over it if I have to.
Okay, so you're gonna just put a book bag over his head?
Yeah.
Okay.
Something easy. You can't really.
Is it an empty book bag?
I have several. It's fine.
I've heard people say I'm just gonna throw a grocery store bag over his head. I'm like, all right, so he suffocated on the way there.
No, I'm not that.
I would have thought like pillowcase or something, but
There you go.
book
Yeah,
bag. works.
something like that too.
Okay.
Whichever works.
Yeah, you throw a pill. Do you retape his mouth so he doesn't say shit?
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. Why not? I'll slap a new. I'll slap a camera. No, a smiley face. One of those graphic
Duct tapes. Okay, you put a graphic duct tape over his mouth. It's got just like a bunch of yellow smiley emojis on it. You throw the pillowcase over his head. You load the kennel up in the back seat, and you situate Cheese across the back seat and start driving towards the Haven. Any conversation between the two of you on your way there?
I would just like to note that I would have put one of the seatbelts across where Cheese is, so if I have to hit the brakes hard, he's not gonna boom under the floor.
Rex is gonna stay mostly quiet, trying not to like think about Cheese being in the back seat.
So, that's an interesting predilection you got in the trunk. Is that a new hobby, or is that something work related?
Well, it's relevant to both of us. The what's her face has a bunch of gangs selling her crap from the hospital. And this is one of their little goons. Try not to talk too freely.
Got it.
He is just whimpering in the back seat.
So this isn't uncommon for me, but it hasn't happened in a while, I guess.
You done fucked up, kid.
He's just you can tell he is crying now. This guy is afraid for his life, and he is just like the fight or flight. There is like it's not no fight. It's not flight. It's sob.
Yeah. Annalise will just kind of wink at Rex and be like, whole attitudes be changing when people hit the trunk, I swear.
Yeah, definitely. Well, I mean, he would bring like a bitch earlier too, so it's
That explains the
That's
dog
right.
cage.
well, it explains a lot of things, but yeah, I don't know why he's tied like that. When it's people I know.
No shit, give me their number.
Once I get that, I'll see about that.
I like learning how to tie knots, okay?
Hey, you don't hear me judging.
There was an interesting face in a power from on high.
Let's see, does Rex want to call the DEA agent now, or does he wait until we're in the Haven?
Up to you. I mean,
You know what,
you
I'll
have
call him now.
the guy in the back seat, so he'll be able to hear everything you're saying.
True.
You could text the DEA agent.
Yeah, you know what? I'll do that. I'll grab one of my phones. I forget which one at this point, and I will text the DEA agent. I'm just gonna send him like a little devil emoji. I'll be like, "I've got a friend for you," and that's the end text.
You get a response after about like another 3 minutes of driving. That's ominous and unsettling. What the fuck WTF do you mean by that?
I'm going to give him a time and a location. I think a cemetery will do. Somewhere that I think he could reach me within. I don't know if it would want to be instant. I guess I'll give him something later tonight. Maybe like 2 or 3 a.m. or something. And I'll put down, I got witness for your warrant.
He'll respond, would the witness be willing to testify in court or in front of a judge?
Hey, Boogerface. You want to fucking... Would you be willing to testify against your bosses in front of a judge? You'll get witness protection. Just go.
That's a yes or a no.
Go if you want. Yes.
Give me a manipulation and persuasion roll. You can take an assistant dice from Annalise, and your ugliness won't factor into it because he can't see you right now.
Manipulation and persuasion?
Yes.
Okay.
I'm on the wrong tab. There we go.
I'm gonna go ahead and reroll that. Still one success. Great.
He groans and is silent, and just starts kicking on the cage, kind of just like indicating that he wants to like talk about it.
You damage anything in the back of my car, I'm gonna damage your ass.
Yeah, well.
I'm gonna go back to my cell phone, and I'm going to text it. Probably.
Get me a yes, and then we can talk.
Will do. And I'll
Well, no, it's not then we'll talk. Get me a yes, and then we're in business.
yeah, still will do.
Okay. Do you have
Annalise is playing the soundtrack of the Muppets, by the way, in the car as we're driving.
I just watched that.
Phenomena. Do 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 do.
So, do you guys talk anymore before getting to the Haven?
You're gonna need to have a conversation with Val at some point. You got my text.
Yeah. Do you have any information on what they've been doing?
They went to Walmart tonight. Were there kind of a while, and they
were
sped
only
out of the way.
They were only at Walmart for 10 minutes.
Okay, well, they drove around for a minute before they headed to Walmart, and at one point they sped a little bit and then went back to normal. But yeah. I mean, for all the shit I give him for being secondary, he's sharper than she is, so you're gonna want to have that conversation sooner rather than later.
Yep. I figured. I was hoping to have something more egregious to go off of, but you know what? Fine. I don't know what Alex is doing, but it would have been nice to have her here too. Oh well. It's fine. I guess let's...
Okay.
Zoom, zoom.
You guys drive the rest of the way to your haven in the Sponge Docks. And when you arrive there, Valerie is just chilling, crocheting, I would assume. Yep. Watching a tutorial on Twitch because she hasn't realized that there's tutorials on YouTube.
They keep telling me to go to these YouTube pages, but I can't get the URLs to work. I don't know how to do it right.
And just click on the link.
But yeah, River and Mark are also present. Mark is just quietly sitting on next to the at the kitchen island, and River is cooking some food for the both of them. And the scene is yours.
I see them both walk in and say, huh, good timing. I actually wanted to have a discussion with both of you. So it would have been nicer if Alex was here too. I found some good information out on that fight upstairs.
Yeah, I cut off its fucking legs earlier.
So are we bringing in the body and the thing? I don't think we'll bring in the body. We'll bring in the cage guy.
Yeah.
Okay. Where are you putting him?
Middle of the living room.
Oh, okay. So Valerie, they carry in a rather large dog crate with a very with a guy hog-tied in duct tape with and his mouth is taped with well, no, he's got a pillowcase over his head so you don't even see his face.
Just staring at I assume there's some sort of explanation here besides just bringing whoever the hell this is here.
I mean, for me, it's shits and giggles, but
Oh, come on, Valerie. I brought you a filet mignon. Isn't this the kind of shit you like?
Just looks confused, looking down at them, looking back.
Actually, Valerie, make me a resolve and awareness test.
Oh boy, I can smell it. Let's see, awareness and resolve, you say?
Mm-hmm. That's the test for picking up your resonance.
2 successes.
Even with 2 successes, based on the whimpering that you hear coming from the cage, he definitely, you can figure that he probably is right up in your preference of a fearful prey.
I'll still play it cool. I can't let it be too obvious. I'm just looking confused. It's just like, well, I assume you actually have some sort of real reason for him being here. Assume that him sounds vaguely like one.
Yes, Booger Face here is a sad, whimpering excuse for a human being. And frankly, and he is a human being. But frankly, he is one of our target's little goons. Twice removed, I think.
Oh, that's also funny you mentioned that because I've done some research in there too. I actually found out the name she uses to cover herself in that hospital. So if we need, we can specifically target her and sever her connection there. It goes by Dr. Eileen Hughes.
Okay, that sounds
How
good.
how freely are we going to talk in front of the witness? I don't want anybody to have any grounds for saying we're leading anything.
You didn't cover his ears at all, or
No.
well, a little heads up would have been nice.
Look, nothing you can't do. It's
I
fine.
know.
There's a man tied up like a Christmas present in a dog cage in the living room. You don't think... Okay.
There'd be considering that you just brought in a person tied up in a dog cage that I think would be a bit more liberal here, not have to worry about the intricacies of everything. But
Ma'am,
sure,
I could
we could do that.
I could move him into the garage and make him forget the last 10 minutes if you'd like, ma'am. River,
No, it's
comments.
well, let's wait on this first. See what's going on here. So target twice removed from our target. What's your intention? The like have anything we could use? Any useful information? Anything we need to get out of him?
Well, Mr. DEA Glassman in my pocket says that if we can get him to be willing to testify, we can use him as a witness to further launch an investigation on the hospital. And I also figure that I'm a bit, tore up at the moment. If you guys would like to ask yourself some questions that I might not have covered. But I mostly went with who do you work for, where'd you deal from, who's with who, how many groups of you are there, all kinds of shit like that. And I've got the basic premise down. If you're, I don't know how freely we can talk here, but let's just say that his boss is anemic, was the word that he used. I think you can get the connection from there.
Well, it's not too bad anyways. Nothing I can't fix, or River for that matter. After this conversation, but did he already agree to testify?
Not yet. He needs some persuasion.
He's just kicking in the cage.
Sweet, if you don't behave yourself, you're gonna be so much fucking worse off than you are.
Hey,
I
buddy,
know. It's tough tits out here.
remember what I said, buddy. You comply, you don't get hurt. And you're starting to make me want to hurt you.
I gotta make a roll for him real quick.
So, are you going to go about this? You want me to help you to do this? What's your bringing them here?
Well, have at them with any questions you guys might have. Keep them alive, please.
Can everyone give me a wits and awareness?
Did this
No,
man pee himself?
Should we rouse, by the way?
Yes. If you haven't roused yet, go ahead and rouse.
Oh no, I'm feeling a little hungry.
Dang. Me too.
I've been hungry.
But yeah, go ahead and give me a wits and awareness. You also can take half if you want. Just let me know what the results would be.
1 success, potential bestial failure.
Okay.
Ah, 0 successes, bestial failure.
Okay.
Oh my god, woo, twinsies!
I'm going to re-roll this because otherwise I'd say the same thing.
It's just really
It's a 2 potential BCL
Alright.
failure.
So all of you, I'm not like don't worry about the bestial failures because it's just a funny wits and awareness. Everyone except
man
for
pissed himself, didn't he?
everyone except for Annalise. No, well actually no, just Rex. Just Rex catches the whiff of ammonia
And he pissed himself. Well, he was saying he needed to go to the bathroom, and I did kind of tell him to piss himself. So,
God,
Hey,
make sure
you
the
can follow
towel is
directions.
there.
He's whispering, but he stopped moving as much.
Mark, go grab a towel so it doesn't spill anywhere. A couple of them. God.
Mark has a distasteful look on his face, but he will go
There's
to
a
the
plastic
laundry
tray in the
room.
bottom of the dog crate. It's fine.
He goes in.
I'm not going to I want the haven to smell like piss for the next few days, or however long it take to clean out. Who knows whoever hell that thing's been on.
He goes in.
I mean,
Mark gets a towel and it looks to everyone first before opening the cage and laying a towel over the guy and then closing the cage again. Looks like grossed out as all heck.
I'll pull off the bag too.
Yeah. So yeah, he you see that he has fully been crying. There's snot coming down his nose too, and he looks embarrassed.
Don't feel too bad, kid. We have all done it once or twice.
Speak for yourself.
Yeah, I don't think that's the universal experience.
Well, we've all been whimpering little babies before. Even us.
Not for a long time.
Come on. Trying to be nice. Let's
I'm
be
just
nice.
amazed that you found a whimpering little piss baby.
Well, I didn't find him. Some friends of mine did. Trying not to think too hard about the situation.
I was going to kind of roll her eye at this point. Just, are we going to actually get about this, or you've done
I'm waiting
torturing?
on y'all.
I'll go over, and I'll actually, I'll pull out my handy dandy revolver, and I'll just, I'll kind of have it just in my hand, not really pointing at him, just as long as it's known being there, and I'll rip the tape off his mouth. I'll say, before I do so, I'll say, if you scream, I'm going to blow your brains out, and then I'll yank it off.
I have to do a roll now because you're yanking duct tape off his face. And that
Didn't he
shit
have a
hurt.
cut on his face just
Yeah!
recently?
I don't know that.
Okay. Okay, this is gonna be this.
And half of his lip is hanging off.
Oh my god. Okay, so you yank the tape off and he does yelp, but he does scream a little bit, but not out of like help. Like, it's not a help scream. It is a pained scream because he's got stubble, and you notice that he has a cut on his lip as well as you yank the tape off. So like he screams a little bit and he's like, no, don't shoot me, that just hurt, please, don't shoot me. It just hurt, I won't scream, it just hurt.
Oh yeah, sorry, I should have warned you about that.
See, we're now offering ghetto waxing treatments.
Does it look bad?
Yeah, a little
Nah,
bit.
you're fine.
Oh, fuck.
You should have very different priorities right now.
So you want me
I'll
to
be going
testify in front of a judge?
That's what the little man in my pocket says. Yeah.
But you can't, but then they'll kill me.
You never heard of witness protection, kid?
Can you guarantee me witness protection?
It's DEA, so yeah, probably.
Yeah, text him and ask.
I'll whip out my whichever phone I was texting him on.
I imagine that you got like tape on the back of each one, and one just says like glass, and the other one just says drugs.
Talking about a third one that says fucking...
Yeah, and now I have Cheese's phone, I have Nate's phone, I have my two phones.
He's just got a backpack with phone. Like he's got one of those crossbody bags, and it's just got phones in it.
Which is amazing for a mouse that doesn't do tech.
Alright, but yeah, I'm just collecting people's phones at this point. I'm gonna go ahead and text Glass. Can I guarantee for WP for this booger face?
There's a few moments before you get a response. WP is on the table and can be negotiated.
Yeah, I can guarantee it to you.
All right. one of you can make me a manipulation and persuasion roll again. If someone takes the charge on it, you get a 2 dice assistance from everyone else.
I think I would serve pretty well with a 6 dice total.
If you do it, it has to be intimidation because you're holding a gun.
Can I imagine that wouldn't qualify as veiled threats, huh? Or unless I'm not being overt with it, could it count as...
You said you'd blow his brains out.
Yeah,
Well,
you
that's if he
already
screamed.
told...
I was just making sure that he didn't just scream for help immediately.
Alright, go ahead and give me... If you're doing it, Valerie, it's manipulation and intimidation, and you can add 2 dice to it. The veiled threat is in the gun itself.
You're muted if you're trying.
Oh, sorry, I forgot to push the talk. So I was gonna say, do I get veiled threats?
Yes.
I heard.
The veiled
Okay, so
the gun itself is a veiled threat.
So I have blah. So that's 2. That's hold on, my brain for some reason not working. It's 5 plus 2 plus 2 because I'm rousing. So that's
9.
9. I'm laughing because it's actually really good. 9 successes. Every
Hot
dice got a
diggity
success.
damn.
Nice.
The guy looks around at all of you before settling on Valerie, then looking at Valerie's gun and then back at her. Yeah, fuck it. Fuck these guys. They fucking aren't helping me out now. Fuck it. Yeah, I'll testify. If you can get me witness protection, I'll fucking testify. Fucking sick of this shit.
I will step outside to the backyard and I will begin to call Michael Glass.
Agent Glass answers the phone.
Hey, buddy, it's your nice friend. I've got our.
We ain't friends.
Yeah, well, you can feel that way if you want. Look, I've got a witness here. He's willing to testify. It's on the table. I didn't tell him it was on the table for that witness protection, but please give this man witness protection. That's all I ask of you, boo-boo. Anyway, looky here. I've got a man who's pissed his pants. We're gonna go ahead and drop him off in a nice little cemetery where you and some buddies can pick him up, and you can do what you want with him, and he will testify all nice like to get these people taken down, or at least a couple of them. I got some names too, if you want them.
What are the names of
Ooh, I've got some first names. He doesn't know their last names, but I got one big one. First name and last name seems to be the ringleader, or at least second in command. His name is Antonio Rivera, or Rivera, or something like that.
all right.
The other two are Dewey and Raphael. It seems to be one of a few crews. It's like a bouncy thing.
And they're
It says
dealing
that
pharmaceuticals?
Yeah, they've got a lot of ADHD meds, but I see some other stuff here too.
Do you know who they're getting the drugs from?
Well, we've got a description, and I can back that up. You have a pseudonym at least, Eileen Hughes, I think, but I think she also goes by Dorothy.
There's some silence, and you can hear the sound of keyboard clacking. Which do you know which hospital it is again?
Should be the one in Dunedin.
Okay. Here's some typing. Dr. Eileen Hughes, a surgeon in Mies Dunedin.
That sounds like her.
All right. I will get this processed. I'll pick up your guy wherever the hell it is, and we can get this warrant. We can start processing this warrant as early as tomorrow.
Sounds fun. Don't contact me afterward. We'll get it right to you. Thank you.
All right. You hear the line?
I'll head back inside.
It's your lucky day, buddy. You get to live and you get to go testify. Yay! Some nice friends will meet you.
I just
But
want to
you
get
probably-
out of here.
Sounds fun. Hey, Valerie, could you?
I will. Actually, I'll say I can't do the blanket one. I can't do the broad one because that would mess up whatever we have going on here. So I'm going to more specific. I'm
Just
going
have
to.
them forget our faces if that works.
That's what I'm planning on. I'll kneel down. I'll look to him and I'll start talking to him. I think it would be, you never actually got a good look at our faces when you came in here. Did you know that? You always had the bag on your head. You just heard voices around you. You're not sure who captured you. You just only heard their voices around. I'll have the bag also ready to put on his head, like right when I finish, just so to kind of finish it out. I need eye contact at the very least. So I want to make sure my goal here is to forgetful mind makes it so he forgets our faces, and I want to make sure he forgets also overhearing anything about whites and more sensitive information, and especially our names.
Okay. Go ahead and give me your rouse check and then roll.
I'm chilling.
It is your manipulation and dominate.
Ooh, I'm gonna re-roll some of that willpower.
Like, it is going to work. The number of successes just determines how much you're able to rewrite. Okay, perfect.
Yeah, that's good. Be so familiar with it.
3 successes, you got the more important stuff. The faces, any masquerade stuff, and your names. So you're good.
Yay.
All right.
And then I'll cover the face.
Okay. River walks over from the kitchen. Should I move him?
Well, I'm going to look to Rex and say, did you agree on, assume they're not coming here to pick him up?
Nah, I've got a cemetery in mind, something nearby. If not, we can go to the neutral zone.
Do you want me to take him so that way you don't have to potentially risk your getting caught?
Yeah. Hey, how about, if you don't mind, Valerie, how about you make your dad do it? He's a bit of a useless worm otherwise, right?
Kind of in their minds, like, you sure it's a good idea to let him go on his own?
Are you sure it's a good idea to let him go on his own? It's your property.
I can go and be back and where am I taking him?
Let me pull it up. 1 second.
I should probably should let both of them go, because at very least, if they're isolated and alone, might be more of a threat. At least if both of them are together, that way River can keep an eye on him, and if anything does happen, at least have each other.
Yeah, we'll do Rose Memorial Park Cemetery. That's so funny in the context of the greater city as a whole.
That is pretty.
Mark nods and starts grabbing some keys, but River stops Mark and grabs the keys himself. Pick up that side of the cage. We'll load him up in the back. And both Mark and River pick up the cage, load it into River's car, and start heading out. And it's just the three of you now together in the coterie haven, and the scene is yours once more.
Are there any more pressing matters you have to attend to now? I wanted to share my findings about the white upstairs. It was actually something of really interesting note.
Valerie Cheese is dead. I don't know if you care or you remember him. He's one of the guys that helped us with the truck.
Valerie kind of furrows her eyebrow, like actually kind of struggling to remember. Like, it was
The scrawny one.
the scrawny
Not the too scrawny one. That was Nate.
Nate. I vaguely remember. I was more preoccupied with dealing with myself. but he's dead? What happened to him?
Good friend of mine got jumped by that nerd and his friends that we are about to hopefully throw into a nice prison cell. But we'll see.
Kind of nods and sorry to hear that.
Unfortunately, Annalise, I got to ask you to do cleanup duty again. Whenever you feel like it. I'd rather not watch.
I understand.
He was a good man. Good drug dealer. Did what he could.
I'll be gentle with him.
Okay. Anyway, Valerie, say what you will.
Okay. I was doing 2 weeks ago, doing research on the white because I figured maybe if there's some sort of ritual or something that they're doing, maybe I might have some physical evidence. So consulted with what I knew and looked over the body. I found something weird. I found a bit of like a mark on their forehead. I thought it was dry blood, but it was a birthmark of a backward C. Apparently, this symbol is associated with Cain. I'm not sure why the white would have the symbol of a myth on their forehead, but I know that there is, Nodist and Sabbat who are very interested in this figure. You have something you want to say, Annalise?
Storyteller.
Yes.
Did I have any knowledge or recollection of a mark like that being associated with Sabbat?
You go ahead and roll me an intelligence and occult.
Can I help by just giving him a description
Yeah.
and everything?
I hope to have done.
Yes, you can.
Ooh, fun. So intelligence and occult +2?
Oh my god, teamwork! I never knew this was possible in Vampire.
I have successes.
All right, what was the context you were looking for again? Sorry, I'm just referring to some notes.
If I have any familiarity with that particular mark being associated with the Sabbat, especially given what I talked to my sire about.
You know that that mark does symbolize, so learn from occult studies that is the symbol of Cain. And you do know that the Sabbat do not refer the Sabbat do not refer to themselves as kindred. They refer to themselves as Cainites.
So dollars to donuts, that is in fact a Sabbat mocking, which tracks with some of what I found out.
What may that be?
Apparently, back in the 90s in New York, when this Delilah chick went missing, New York was an active battleground, everybody versus Sabbat. And the Sabbat were using whites as shock troops. Apparently, there was also a rumor that there were some caitiffs that could turn a person into a white just through their embrace or just through their bite or some shit, with no incubation time.
That's like the most Masquerade breachy thing I've ever heard.
Yeah.
That's
And it also, I think it might have been just through the bite and feeding on them. I don't know if they even had to give them back their own blood. I don't remember the details, but pretty hinky rumor. Apparently in the 90s they were just kind of wholesale embracing and killing and fighting and all of it. The gang wars were real bad.
so I think that pretty firmly nails our suspicion that this was a Sabbat in the operation here. Maybe not in the whole organization worth, but at least one who believes in the ideals. Have you figured out how to track this Delilah down yet? I know you spoke a little bit about learning how to.
I'm working on it. There's a couple different options, but I think we should also talk to De Leon and have an APB put out on this bitch.
We need to make sure whatever happens, we still need to get information out of her to make sure not anyone else involved, because if there's
Yeah.
one, there's probably more. And we gotta make sure to clear
Yeah.
all the rats out.
My thing is that this bitch is a lot older than any of us are, and the whites we have been taking down have been fucking fetuses. I don't want to try to face off with somebody that's got more experience and more up her sleeve than we've got available to us. Especially since we're crawling in fucking mortals around here, and I don't want anybody to lose anything they're attached to.
Yeah, that's fair.
Makes it difficult, but it's what we were hired to do. We'll figure it out. As long as we have a location, we should have a lot of different avenues to taking Delilah down, or at least capturing Delilah, making sure that there's nothing else. Worst case scenario, we can just kill Delilah and probably be fine in terms of white situation. Whoever else is remaining can be someone else's problem. We did what we were paid to do.
Did either of y'all see the Tampa Bay Times shit about the Dunedin apartment complex?
Yeah, I saw it. Yeah, as far as we can tell, we did a good job cleaning up. Thank you, Annalise, for taking care of those cameras.
That's what I do. I have the phone from the old woman who I assume is that Diana lady that they talked about in the article. I don't know if kind of ever analyzed what happens after corrosive vitae or not, but hopefully they can't trace it back to any kind of biological or DNA anything.
Yeah. There's nothing we can really do.
Even if they could, I don't think they're gonna find much.
They'd probably just explain it as like quicklime or some shit.
Yeah.
But the case is, things are at least looking relatively well. We have our target in sight, or at least knowing who our target is, just have to find them. We have our blackmail in our way to stop Eileen from the hospital. I was actually going to use the body and try and frame fabricate evidence that we had from that apartment complex, but it doesn't seem like it'll be necessary now at this point. Maybe maybe an icing on the cake, do it as well, but might have to focus on what we're gonna do for Zeke. That'll be a issue too.
I'm tracking him. It doesn't seem like he does much other than tinker in his little place.
His pride might be a good shot. Toreador peacocks. And I don't know if you guys are aware of this, but traditionally peacocks actually eat snakes. So if we hit him from the angle that it's really strange that a snake is keeping a peacock as a pet, maybe he might take offense to that.
Do you want to be the one that tells him that to his face?
I didn't say it had to be directly.
That's true. I was more interested in removing his fingers in the police affairs. If they have nothing to back their bark, at least on a grander scale, it should be no problem driving them out. I have some individuals who'd be more than willing to take a more physical approach. They may be kindred, but videos and a crowd of kind on them, they wouldn't be able to do anything. They would have to leave or risk their identity being exposed.
I'm sorry, you think you're gonna send these fuckers away and they're gonna stay gone?
I imagine aren't going to stay gone, but at that point, as for Rex here to build up whatever he
Valerie,
needs
the
to do first.
only way to overthrow and keep power is to eliminate the motherfucker that had it before you. If you want this, Rex, we have to kill those two fuckers. It's no drive them out. It's no send them on a vacation to somewhere else. It is ash them.
I figured that. I'm not unprepared for that resolution. I'm building my resources as we speak. Not just to undercut them, but in case things need to happen.
I think
In-
that's. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
In the meantime, you at least have a little story to tell, considering you got the first scoop on our little DEA activity and our bust, potentially, of the hospital.
That's if we get this evidence of what Eileen's involvement and we spread it around enough, it would be very difficult for Dorothy to even operate in this area without someone trying to arrest her or her having to at least be very, very far away from public eye, which, considering what she is going to be very difficult for her, as they're more often known for wanting to meddle with others and cause problems.
I figure a full exposure. If we can't fully, that might be something that would drive them out if we could fully expose them. But yes, I do think that killing them would be necessary. Either way.
Be careful with that fully exposed shit. Way back in the
Yes.
bad old days, there were some clans that tried to point kind at each other like guns and use them to take each other out. That shit backfires real fucking fast. That's how you end up with shit like the Second Inquisition.
Yeah, that's fair.
Or even if not them, freaking hunters.
Yeah. I think exposing him through conventional means like police and trying to not entirely fabricate evidence makes it a lot more viable, especially if it was something we're fabricating and something completely out of the blue. It could be something that would arouse a lot of suspicion, but considering what we're doing here is something that had actual legitimate evidence, they'll see that, they'll take it, and there's going to be no questions. They're just going to kick everything out there, and best case scenario, they go to get Eileen. She has to do something very, very bold to get the cops off her, and that'll drive her out of the town. Worst case scenario, she goes underground and she can't, her powers and influence diminishes greatly because she can't really go out in public anymore, or be seen and have her hands in public affairs, which I know that's what probably she really wants to do.
Yeah.
The best part about it is that we can't really change our looks, so there's no way for her to really easily disguise herself.
She could be a big fucking snake. Storyteller.
Uh-huh.
Would I need to roll an insight to notice the tension so thick in this room you can cut it with a fucking knife?
No.
Okay. So are we gonna shoot the fucking elephant in the room, or are we gonna sit here dancing around the fucking daisy bush all day?
I was waiting for it, but you know what? The goals are gone for now. Fine. Valerie, who the fuck are you? Because you're not the damn kindred that I knew when you went to that party. Who are you, Valerie?
A lot has changed in that time, especially in my time of Tampa. It was, I'm just going to cut the nice language. It was shit. It was terrible. I fed the wrong blood, kept at the very brink of frenzying of hunger. All I could do to satiate that was being fed heinous blood. I had to take everything in my power just to keep down. That doesn't, it changes you. I can't just come back from that the same. And I learned some pretty fucking important lessons being there. Like, one thing I learned, which Avery would probably be was ecstatic to fucking hear, that I learned that I'm a venture. That I can't fucking change that. No matter how hard I try and not be that and try and pretend that I'm not, I am a Ventru. And I will always just have to live with that fact. Nothing I can do can change that. While I may be able to decide how I act and decide what kind of venture I want to be, nothing's going to change at the end of the day. That's what I am. And I'm tired of running away from that. All it's done is brought me problems, brought me just shit, made more complications than anything else.
No, I don't believe you. Yeah.
I'm sorry, do you want sympathy? Tough shit. You're a kindred. We all have been through shit.
No.
You want to tug on heartstrings? We don't fucking have any, we're dead. Pick a side. Rex, or these fuckers we're gonna squash?
Hold on. No, Valerie, I don't believe you. I don't think you're bending to your fucking desires as a Ventru here. No, something's wrong. Something's different. The way you acted whenever I can talk to you that night, that was not the fucking Valerie I met. That's not just somebody who's realized they've become a Ventru. No. They did something to you. They fucked with you. I said something that you should have reacted a lot more heavily to, and you did not, because you never told me. But I know what's going on, Mithras baby. Why aren't you talking about it? Why didn't you jump at the chance to talk to me about it as soon as I mentioned it? You never told me, but guess who did? Levi, one of your arresters.
I didn't have a name. I appreciate that, but I'm not entirely Look, are you talking about the fact that
They fucked with your head,
no,
didn't they?
I decided that I would try and spread some bullshit around about fucking
No.
Mithras or whatever. No. What
What
do you mean?
Rex and Annalise, give me a wits and insight. Valerie, give me a manipulation and persuasion.
Try and gaslight my way out of this.
It's not gaslighting, you're telling the truth.
I just don't know it.
You just don't know it.
Rousing.
Okay.
I am not going to rouse because obviously I'm telling the truth. Why would I need to try very hard?
Yeah.
I will actually rouse for this.
Okay.
Oh. We ride and we die. 2 successes, bestial failure.
Okay.
I'm a hungry, hungry hippo.
Okay.
Oh snap.
2 successes, potential failure.
Mm-hmm.
Bestial failure.
Five successes.
Rex
And
and
if that doesn't make it, it's bestial.
Rex and Annalise. Valerie's telling the truth. Whatever Valerie's saying, she believes it to be true.
Nah, they fucked with your head. I knew it. They fucked with your head. Something's wrong. You believe this.
Rex,
No, they spun some web in your goddamn mind.
No, Rex, I'm telling you. I would fucking know, okay? I do that shit. I would know if that happened.
Just admit it.
do
You were
that
in a
shit.
room with Ventru and you didn't get your mind fucked with after fucking up and telling everybody that defending Mithras. No. They fucked with your head. They're telling you that you were never part of this Mithras thing. They made you forget your captors. They figured everything out and they made you forget. Just admit it. They made you forget. I know you're strong, Valerie, but you're not that strong.
I imagine Valerie's just like feeling really uncomfortable right now because there's probably like some weird latent feeling that she doesn't quite understand. Are you gonna...
I need you to make a wits and awareness test, Valerie, as they're throwing all this information at you.
I feel like I'll arouse now. This actually feels like it's gotten a lot more serious.
Yes, you can rouse.
blood surgery, they say. Oh, 300.
I'm like, I
I'm getting
know that there's
older.
a roll. I know that there's a roll when the information starts coming up for rationalize.
Yeah. That's
There
what
is.
that's
It's
my
a wits and awareness.
wits and awareness. Ugh. I'm not good at this roll. Ugh, I'm gonna use a willpower. Oh, I should have one less hunger. That's fine. It's 2 successes, unfortunately, not much.
2 success. Valerie. No. You know that you were just fucking throwing bullshit at them. Yeah, you were in a room with Bateman and Agnes. You guys talked, but they just slapped you on the wrist for doing this shit, and after Agnes talked to you, you know why they just did a slap on the wrist, but you were just spewing bullshit on the Cult of Mithras as a way to fucking get back at your sire because you hate her. That's it. That's all it is. That's all you know about the Cult of Mithras is just rumor and speculation. You don't know anything about them.
Yeah, I'll say, look, Rex, I don't know what the fuck you're trying to pull here. I know you're trying to probably mess with me at some point here, trying to fucking get in my head, but look, you're trying to, I know what I remember, okay? And I'm not going to have you say it went this way or went another way. You weren't fucking there.
Hey, Valerie. Even if they didn't fuck with your memory, what did you fucking sell out to them to get to come back here? Because you didn't fucking escape. I heard about Tampa. I heard about how fucked they are. You did not fucking escape on your own. And chicken shit spineless fucking Marquis did not suddenly have a change of heart and care about the daughter that he sold out to her own fucking death. So, what did you sell to come back here?
Yeah, not to mention the Valerie I knew considered that man less than dirt. And now suddenly he's just hanging out. He's just here. He's part of your family. You respected him because he let you out. Like that man could fucking let out a fly. Like that man could let a dog out of a cage if his fucking goddamn.
That fuck is so uptight. I don't think he even knows how to let out a fart.
And he does nothing around here. He's a useless pile of shit. You wouldn't even let him go take a stupid fucking drug dealer to a fucking dude without a fucking supervisor in your own goddamn ghoul with him. You couldn't even trust him to do that.
Because he's a fucking piece of garbage. I know. You don't think I think I feel other ways? No, he's fucking trash, and I'm not going to pretend that he is anything better, okay?
And why is he here? Why didn't you murder him on the spot? Why didn't you let me murder him on the spot? Because I was going to. I was about to, but I trusted you. And the second I tell you about your new rank I'm going to give you, you give me nothing. You say nothing. You do nothing. You're just stone cold. No. That's not the Valerie I knew. Who are you, Valerie? Who are you? I will be slamming onto the table at this point. Like,
Go ahead and give me a charisma and intimidation. And Valerie, I need you to give me a composure and resolve. You can add your ugliness, yes.
Yeah. Okay, I'm gonna also rouse for this because fuck it.
I'm not going to reroll any of this. 6 success, messy crit.
You came back from someplace
I will
you
just
shouldn't have
do a
been able to
5.
come back from. And Ventru don't do fucking anything for free.
Valerie. You are unshaken by Rex's intimidations. You've dealt with worse. You've dealt with Bateman. You've dealt with Agnes. This doesn't intimidate you.
Stop
However,
rolling well.
your beast will not tolerate a low clan from speaking to you like this. You are Ventru, and you are superior to them. You know why. Your beast knows why it's not interested in being sweeper. because you have a higher rank coming to you. So, as the dominate compulsion hits you, the arrogance fuels you, you are now feeling more superior to your lessers. And you will remind them why.
Aren't Tremere also a high clan, technically?
Lesser. Not lessers, lesser.
Okay, just checking.
I forget everything else other than Ventru is a lesser clan.
That's
Forgot
true.
that part. But you see, Valerie will just kind of like come on, like neutral stone face, trying to get her composure, but now just kind of like a look of just annoyance and just absolute disgust, and looking at both of you as she's just you don't even have any fucking idea what I've been through, and you think you could talk to me like that? What I've had been made for this position, what I've been doing here. I didn't even have a fucking childhood. I didn't have anything. You guys actually got to live your fucking life. You know what I had to do? I had to train to be who I am today. And you think you can just boss me around and talk to me like I'm your fucking equal? No.
Oh. So
Can I
you're just
backhand Valerie?
Valerie, give me a Dex and Athletics, and Annalise, you have to roll Dex and Brawl to backhand her.
Can I help?
Cool.
How can you? I'll say you can, because like you're both kind of just talking to her. Maybe like you talk, like addressing Valerie will pull her some of her attention away. So yeah, 2 successes.
Okay. Can I rouse for this as well?
Yes.
All right, so rouse, and then I have an assistance?
Yes.
Yep.
Just remember where your hunger's at, people.
I'm at 3, baby.
I'm at 5, baby.
Okay.
A little hangry.
Oh, you think my life is just so fucking amazing and fucking spring shine and fucking waterfalls and shit? I'm saying the wrong goddamn words. I don't give a fuck. Look, as soon as my dad died, everything was fucking shit. Fucking age fucking, I don't know, 12 to now. I'm 34 goddamn years old. About to be 35 if you consider, if you don't even think about my fucking death date. I've been through more shit than you've ever have, Valerie. God damn it.
You manage before Rex goes on to this tirade, Annalise, you are able to just backhand Valerie real quick. Valerie, take 1 point of superficial damage. You are silent, which is why you were silent during Rex's tirade, because of the audacity.
Listen to me. I don't give a fuck that you had a rough childhood, okay? We all had rough fucking childhoods. You don't grow up to become a drug dealer without a fucking rough childhood. You don't grow up to choose to become what we fucking are rather than continue to live your life without a rough fucking childhood, okay? I get it. Daddy sold you out because he was fucking weak and fucked you over out of a childhood. Congratulations, welcome to the club. Get over yourself. You're supposed to be stronger than that, or are you not a fucking Ventru?
Valerie, your beast is purring in your ear. Is that any way to talk to the future Prince of Tampa?
Talk to me, Valerie.
I'm
Who are you?
Tell them, Valerie. Tell them what we are. We are the future of the Tampa Camarilla.
You see, Valerie's gonna kind of moment just recompose, and actually Valerie's gonna kind of smile for a second and just kind of let out a little. I don't even know what I'm worrying about. You. Soon enough here, I won't be fucking here to even mess with you both. Once I get done with this job, I can be the fucking Prince of Tampa. I'll have the opportunity to be able to fucking change things over there and be able to fix shit, okay? Be able to fucking finally be in charge of this goddamn chessboard that I've been a piece of for so goddamn long. And you think you can just waddle on in here and talk to me like I'm on your fucking level? I've been working towards who I am way longer than any of you have. And I've been chosen for this because I actually do have something that makes me different than all these other fucking Ventru. I actually have a backbone. I have a fucking resolve to resist fucking even...
You do remember resisting Bateman.
I resolved even resist fucking Bateman. I resisted Bateman.
Because your fucking Mithras spawn, you dumb bitch.
Mithras? What the fuck are you talking? I don't even know who
You
Agnes
said
never
some
told me.
stuff to piss off your sire. Why would talking about Mithras shit piss off your sire? Because it's in your bloodline, dumbass.
No,
Think about it. Think. I know you know that they fucked with you. You may have resisted Bateman. Or did they tell you resisted Bateman? Or maybe you did, but they did it again because they could do that. Because I know your mind bullshit. You fucking manipulated a woman 5 times in a goddamn row. I know that they can do that shit multiple times.
Annalise, give me an intelligence and occult. If you have a blood sorcery specialty, you can add it.
I do not. I should have gotten one, but I don't.
It's okay.
Who are you, Valerie? What do you mean? Okay, tell me about this prince shit. You think you could just waddle over onto Tampa and become prince? What the fuck? Chosen? Come on. Details. Talk to me, Valerie.
The application did not respond.
Try again.
It's
now you have my attention. What's this going on about prince shit?
Of course you would be interested because you can't fucking get leadership for your own. Because guess who done everything for you here with actually me? Guess who every major idea came from? Oh, it's me. Guess who made the deal with Carmen? Oh, spoiler alert, it was me. I've done almost all the hard work of your fucking barony, and you can't just accept it? You can't just be happy with what I'm fucking giving you? I'm giving you an opportunity of a lifetime for this barony, and you just want to rock the boat. You just don't want to accept what the hell is going on.
Says the person lying to my ass. Fuck you.
5 successes.
Annalise, with your knowledge of blood sorcery, you know that your ritual to see the blood, like follow the blood and see who's sire and everything, you know that if you roll high, if you work hard enough on it, aka if you roll high enough, you can trace that line beyond the sire.
I could fucking prove it to you, Valerie, if you're willing to fucking get off of your high horse for 5 minutes and let me.
You want to do a paternity test? Who's the daddy? Come on.
I have nothing to be scared of, so yeah, we can do it. Fucking, you waste your time.
All right.
Cool. Blood magic this bitch.
Valerie, go ahead and give me a rouse check as you to forfeit the blood. Just to see if you get hungrier. Annalise, do you want to eat before this?
Yeah, I think I would like to eat before this, because I'm at 5 hunger, and if I fuck up, I'm going to eat this bitch.
Let's go ahead and give me your hunting roll to see if you have any blood bags.
Sure fucking hope so. Rex, you better not have microwaved anymore.
I did not. While she's doing that, I'm gonna go ahead and say thing.
Valerie, please don't change the goddamn subject. I get it. Look at me. I've done everything. I get it. I'm happy with that. I'm proud that my coterie has been supporting my efforts, but I need to know what the fuck you're talking about.
You can go down 2 hunger.
Let's see it. Valerie just not easy saying it. All of us were helping, but to give you more context, I suppose, something that I learned from Agnes was that I was chosen just for being a venture, for being who I am, because I exhibited a special quality of the strength of my will in order to potentially replace Marius. That there would be a coup in the brewing here, that involves Bateman as well. Bateman and Agnes working together with who knows how many others to overthrow Marius because of how terrible things are. I don't think you've ever been to Tampa, Camarilla, but things fucking suck. Marius is more than just a fucking tyrant. He's a monster that devours anyone fucking just to hold onto his little throne. Things need to be better over there. It's fucking terrible.
Annalise, go ahead and give me your ritual roll. Valerie has willingly forfeited the blood. You will need 5 successes at least to be able to go back as far back as you're wanting to go.
Okay. Ritual roll. I don't see it under the ritual itself. What am I rolling?
You are I believe it's your intelligence in blood sorcery, but let me double check. I believe that's correct. Blood sorcery rituals. Blood sorcery test is intelligence blood sorcery. Yeah, you need 5 successes to be able to go back as far as you're wanting.
Cool. I'm aroused.
I need to find Valerie's sheet.
Giving you my energy. I have my list
Yes,
of lineage if
please.
you want.
I'm just pulling it up on my phone.
Woohoo! Hunger unchanged.
Mentally giving you the best dice rolls. Transferring over my cursed dice.
Please give up your fucking bullshit luck. God damn it.
I
I'm trying to get to you.
I want to be got to, but for some reason my dice are like, you will not roll below a 5. Except that one time I rolled a 2.
Oh, hold on. Let me get this fucking straight. So you've been raised to be some kind of super ventru so that they can make you into prince through a dumb coup, right?
Oh.
8 successes.
Oh!
It's
It
gonna
worked.
take you an hour to do the ritual anyway, and that's what you're gonna be focused on. So we'll let them have their conversation while you're.
Valerie, we're gonna try to calm down here because I need to tell you something. Your sire's a fucking moron. She's gonna let you, an anarch, become the new prince of Tampa Bay. Think about it. Okay, I will still say, if you get over your bullshit, my offer for Sweeper is still on the table. But I think you have a better, more golden opportunity if what you're saying is real, which I'm highly doubting at this point, and it also might get you fucking killed. But if what you're saying is real and they're going to propose you to be a prince, bitch, you're an anarch. Show them that you're an anarch. They're going to put a goddamn chameleon as the prince of one of the largest fucking cam cities in the region. Sure, it's shit, but you could fucking burn that bitch from the top down. Show them you're an anarch if you're gonna do this shit. Go on. Have your power. Burn that bitch to the ground and make that shit Miami too, Electric Boogaloo.
It's not that goddamn simple. With the come to Miami, he has so much shit backing him, so much fucking preparation work. It's not just something I can do overnight, and that's
I'm not
the
asking
Tampa
overnight.
Camarilla is terrible because of Marriott. It can be made better. It can be made into something that's actually not terrible for everyone. And what if I could do that for them? I could make it better for all of them.
Come on, Valerie. I want to see that anarch in ya. We have centuries if you're the prince. Slowly dissolve that shit. Call Bloodhunt on your stupid fucking sire and her boyfriend or whatever the fuck. Call that shit to the ground. Let's make Miami an anarch state, baby. I know you can do it. Come on. You want to be prince so bad, have at it. I'm not caring about this power anymore. You can be prince. Just burn that shit to the ground. That's all I'm asking. And just let your boy Rex in on that deal. That's all I'm asking from you. Just leave us alone. Call us nice little. We can make a nice little system. I'll
That's
get you some drugs. We'll do great.
Rex, that's so funny. I've literally done nothing but get you to where you are now and help you. And what you're
I'm
asking
fearful.
for more from me. That's so.
I'm just doing what you're probably gonna fucking do anyway. Improve the Camarilla. Like you give a shit about the Camarilla. They fucked you over in your entire life, and yet you're gonna back down just because your fucking mommy is saying that you're a special little boy. You're gonna go be the prince. Come on, girl. Sorry.
At least
Over my
at
shoulder,
least when
special little girl.
at least as the fucking prince, no one can fuck with me. I will have the position to not be fucked with by anyone. And you want me just to go over there and cause who knows how much chaos that could most likely end in myself dying. And you want me just go and do that?
Be queen bitch of fucking Florida. I know you can do it. See, no. We're turning the tables on this one. I want you to show me the anarch that you want to be. The real Valerie would be totally up for this. The real Valerie that said fuck the Camarilla and ran away with her little friends River and came over to De Leon's barony would be like taking this golden opportunity and burning that bitch down. They wronged you every turn of the way, and yet you're here trying to defend this shit, trying to make things better. It's already fucked, Valerie. Burn it like it deserves.
Rex, this shit here is also fucked. I've been fucked over, betrayed, and screwed over by everyone I've pretty much known here. You know, Daily, actually, I didn't get a chance to share this with you, but did you know that the whole time I've been here, Daily has been pretty much giving my information away to fucking Agnes. He was working with Agnes the whole time. Who the fuck do I have allegiance to here? I'm only doing this job because I said I would, because I actually care about my word. I actually stick to what I fucking say, because if you don't, what the fuck matters? And that's why I'm still helping you and making sure to get your shit done, because I fucking promised you. I gave my word. And you know what? I'm going to see it to the end, and no matter what the fuck it takes, I'm going to get that job done. And once we're done, we can fucking shake hands, do whatever the fuck after that. After that point, nope, you don't need me anymore, or fucking, I won't even help you anymore. You can at least guarantee, you can at least know that I will always do what I say I'm going to do and what I promise I'm going to do. Okay?
Everything I've said has worked out for us. Everything I've said has been true. Look, I have suspected you of wronging me. I know you're up to something. That's why we're talking right now. But other than that, I've been a man of my word too. I've been helping you every step along the way, and I'm willing to help you take this dumb princedom if that's really what's happening here. I'm willing to, once I get my barony, get my support to you for when you turn this shit over. Whatever you want to do with that princedom's up to you. You can go be the Prince of Tampa Bay, and you can try your best to try to fix it. But I think the real solution here is to burn that bitch down. It is unrecoverable. That's as far as I'm concerned anyway.
Where the fuck going on with it? At least not something I can worry about right now. The best thing I can worry about now is just getting that fucking position to begin with. And after that, maybe I find out it is unrecoverable, and then I can work with you and you can find out what the hell to do. Or maybe I find out I can do something about it. But God damn it, you just...
I love how you're both on the same page, pretty much, but still yelling at each other.
Yeah, Valerie's just pissed that he had the audacity to come at me. Like, who are you?
It's like that TikTok. Fuck you. No, fuck you. Have a good day. You have a good day too.
Yeah, Valerie's just pissed. It's like trying their hardest to not let the anger take the best of them, but still just like, fuck you, god damn it. But I'm not too. Look, we're gonna come to some sort of fucking thing here.
See, now we're talking, Valerie. Even though I'm pretty damn sure they still fucked with your brain. At least you're listening to me now. Go continue to do whatever bullshit you have been doing with your sire. I'm sure there's been something fucking going on. I haven't gotten the proof yet. Y'all stopped by Walmart really quickly. Yes, I've been tracking you. That's flat out. I'm not gonna lie. Whatever. It's not important anymore. Keep doing whatever the fuck you're doing, but just know this. You help me, I help you. Scratch each other's backs. You can... Again, my offer's still on the table. Get over your bullshit. You can be my sweeper. No big deal. You can fuck over your stupid sire, say fuck your destiny like the Valerie I know would've. Or embrace your destiny and try to fix or fuck over Camarilla as you wish. I don't care. Just let me in on the conversation. Just let me know what's going on. That's all I ask. You know me. I'm a Nosferatu. I want to know all the secrets. But let's just talk. We're business people here. I'm willing to shake hands if you are.
Am I still under my dominance compulsion?
Yeah. They haven't done, well, hang on. Did you ask them to do something?
I just been yelling at them.
Yeah, so then, yeah, you're just still under the dominance compulsion.
So you're like, you offer your hand.
You have a proposition on the table, though. So you could try to do the dominance compulsion to get something out of it.
Tell you what, I'm going to work towards this princedom because I'll be honest, Rex, I don't want to be a lapdog to someone else. I don't want to be the underling to someone else and be stuck exactly where I started, being not the top of the fucking pole, because the only people that don't get fucked with are the ones that are moving the pieces and the ones that actually can be in control what the hell they do. So I actually think we should renegotiate our deal here a little bit more. I think you should be owing me a fair amount more than you are giving me right now, because to be honest, I haven't really gotten much help with anything I really needed from you. In fact, I mostly got all my work done on my own because I don't really need other people. But once I do get over there, and if I ever do become prince, I expect you'll be owing me about 2 or 3 major favors, considering how much I've given you here. In fact, Dorothy's whole thing has been resolved by me finding out who Dorothy is within the hospital. You sure you might be able to get the hospital and you're locked down and messed up, but you're really going to think you're going to find a ministry when they're trying to keep their identity and their self hidden? That's going to be a little bit difficult. And I've also been one who's been informing you about the exposition on the police. I've been the one helping you. I've been negotiating for you with Carmen. If you don't have me, what the fuck do you have with Carmen?
It's at
That
this
can easily be
point
lost.
that River and Marquise have returned. And they are cautiously coming in, having heard the tail end of that conversation. And immediately go to stand behind Valerie.
Yeah, I'll look over to River and Mark as they stand behind me. I feel like Valerie almost stands even taller now, knowing that I now have River and Mark by my behind me as I'll say so yeah, how about we'll start with 3 major favors once you get your barony going and I figure out what's going on over there.
If I may.
Because I think you owe me.
Mark actually speaks up for the first time. And you see he's got a little bit of a little stoicism to him.
There's... I'm just going to slap him. I'm just going to turn... I'm here, and then I'm just going to turn. I'm just going to slap him and say, did I give you fucking permission to talk?
He takes the slap. He doesn't even fight it. Takes it and falls silent.
See, that's the Valerie I know.
You don't know fucking shit. Shut up. I'm going to look...
Come on, Valerie. You know I never shut the fuck up. That's my specialty. I don't shut the fuck up. That's how I'm still here where I am now, Valerie. I'm gonna stand up to. Look, you know that I don't like owing people anything. But the answer is not no. It's currently not yes either. I think you're a little riled up right now, and we can talk about it later. And I definitely want to see this paternity test going on in the background. And I think your little friends here know more than they're letting on. I think Daddy definitely knows what's going on. Because you for sure would know about this dumb Mithras crap. I'm gonna stare both at River and Marquis like...
River looks confused. Marquis, stone-faced.
Yeah, you got booger faces, probably fucking change. You got your minds fucked too. Yeah, doesn't fucking matter.
River was still over here. Valerie went to Tampa. Marquis came from Tampa. River was here with De Leon.
Yeah, true. River, you probably fucking know, and you're just fucking holding back. You've been around fucking Kindred, fucking Ventrues this whole time. You probably fucking flying your ass off. Whatever. Doesn't fucking matter to me. But I'll let you cool off before I shake any goddamn hands with you right now, Valerie.
Things quiet. Yeah, go ahead.
I'm just like, I imagine I have like the looking a little bit down at you look, especially because you're smaller, you're shorter than me, so I'm staring down at you, just kind of, walk off. And I'll just, I'll walk over towards Annalise and I'll sit there impatiently waiting for the results.
I have changed which finger I am stirring the blood with.
All right. So you wait the rest of you all quietly, it's in silence, just the rest of the ritual time. The rest of you spoke it inside, who fucking cares? The ritual time, just staring at each other, periodically glancing over at Annalise as she finishes the ritual. When she finishes the ritual, Annalise, you taste the blood and the information comes to you. Valerie Monet of the 13th generation, child of Agnes Bourbon, child of Aurélie Archambault, child of Suzanne Alphonse, child of Marie of Lorraine, child of Lady Anne Grey, child of Alexander Worthington, child of Thomas St. Maur, child of Duchess of Amber, going all the way back to the 4th generation, Mithras. And that's where we're going to end the scene. We move now to a location in Dunedin. Fudge is walking on the street. A car pulls up next to him. He looks down. Oh, hey, what's up? You interested in a score tonight? Yeah. Yeah, we can drive somewhere private. He gets in the car of a white 2013 Ford Focus with eyelashes on the headlights and a University of Tampa sticker on the back windshield. And that's where we're gonna end tonight's session. Thank you so much for joining us for another episode of Don't Get Caught. Things are getting a little heated here in Tarpon Springs. We've got coups upon coups upon coups. Thank you.
Cuckoo,
This tomorrow, Friday, don't forget to come back and catch another episode of What the Hell Was That? Our Hunter the Reckoning stream. This Saturday, come catch an episode of After Dark, where our host Kent will be interviewing I don't know who. We're stuck in a time loop. Time is relative here. On Sunday, come join us for our Camarilla stream, Bloody Strings, DM'd by Bera the Bard, and What the Hell Is That? Is ST'd by Cole. And then on Tuesday, don't forget to come back and watch Rage Across Tampa, our Werewolf the Apocalypse stream that is ST'd by none other than Kent, our lead storyteller. Things are getting good in Tampa, guys. Things are getting real good. And then come back and join us here again on Thursday to check out what's going on with the Anarchs and see what happened after this crazy session. Until then, go catch up on our past episodes on YouTube or here on Twitch or on Spotify. If you want to just listen to us while you're working, you can do that now. And thank you so much to my players for being good sports tonight. Emotion tensions were high, but everyone handled themselves pretty well. And we'll catch you next week, everyone. Bye.
Bye.